Witches at Town Hall 15 in Champs 1. I was so amazed at these attacks that I pulled all of my hair out of my head. Wait, it's gone. Welcome back to the Clash Tips YouTube channel. My name is TipDog20. I'm so excited to show you mass witch attacks that actually worked in Champs 1. Whenever I saw them, I was absolutely amazed. Now, there is a common theme in all of these witch attacks that you have to make sure that you do, and that is you have to get the zap value. You can't just throw your witches down on any base and expect it to triple. In fact, you can't throw it down on any base and expect to even get a 1-star if that's the case. But on these attacks, there was zap value that allowed the attacker to be able to get in there and to do mass witches. They use mass witches. They used ice golems. In some cases, they used yetis. There were baby dragons used to funnel, but these attacks are amazing. So let's get into the first attack. Attack number 1 coming at us from Rage, KJ21. For those of you who know him, his name is Congressman Cool Rick. He starts out because there is zap value right here and right here. He's able to zap out the spell tower. He's able to zap out both scatters. He's able to zap out the bomb tower. And if you look at the base at this point, the only splash damage, other than the wizard towers, of course, is that multi-target inferno. And what he's going to do is he's going to send in his royal champ on that side, because as we all know, a multi-target inferno is going to completely tear to shreds any type of mass witch attack. But he starts on that top side, funneling with his king, because the goal is that he wants his witches to go through the middle. He funnels on the other side with a baby dragon, puts down his ice golem, and then here come the witches. He uses a log launcher, puts down his warden, his queen down behind the log launcher, and then just lets everything go to town. There's really nothing else for him to do. He's done a great job preparing up to this point. That log launcher knocks out that eagle, which could have torn up his witches, and it's slowly making its way towards the town hall. The town hall is one of those things that could give his witches some issues, and I asked him later, I said, were you worried at all that the town hall would not go down because you didn't have a rage for the town hall, you didn't have a freeze for the town hall? And he said for a little bit, he was worried, but once it goes down at this point, he knew that it was a free-for-all at that point, because there was really nothing else that could stop his mass of witches. Now, remember, the way that he took care of that multi-target inferno was that he sent in his RC on that side, and that's something that you're going to see similar in the second attack that we're going to see with mass witches, is that you send in the RC on a trouble spot. If you have the ability, save a Skelly spell, save an invis for your RC, so that way the RC can take out that trouble spot with no issues at all. But number 1, when you're doing a mass witch attack, make sure that you have the zap value. In this case, Rage actually zapped out a ton of splash damage on either side of the town hall and was able to zap out that scatter, zap out that bomb tower, was able to zap out those poison towers, and he was able to get the triple in Champs 1 because of that. Beautiful attack, Rick. Absolutely amazing. Let's get into attack number 2. Attack number 2 coming at us from Battle Dad himself. Battle Dad has carried us this CWL. I think he's gotten 4 out of 5 triples, if I remember right. I actually looked at this base and I immediately thought Skelly Donut. He looked at it and he saw that there were 3 single Inferno towers, no multis, and he knew that this was a base that he could do mass witches. So again, it's not a strategy that's going to work for a lot of bases, but if you see a base where there is less splash than normal, 3 single target Inferno towers, then you're going to want to use the strategy. He's able to take down the town hall with a safe, sneaky blimp. Super smart, because the town hall, of course, is a splash generating defense, would completely take out mass witches. Once he takes the town hall down, he's able to zap out that wizard tower and that scatter shot there on the left hand side. He still has several spells left. Again, he has that Skelly spell, he has that invis spell, he has a freeze. The reason he has that is because there is still a trouble spot. As you see the witches moving into the base, there is a trouble spot right here where there is that wizard tower, there's the queen, there's that scatter shot, and he wants to make sure that he's able to take care of that problem area, because if he doesn't, then it will tear up his witches. He uses his Warden Tome right as those eagle shots are about to hit, sending in his witches, and there's nothing that can stop them at this point. And notice the RC. The RC comes in, immediately takes down that splash generating defense of the mortar, and then just moves from defense to defense. He uses that Skelly spell right there in front of the scatter shot to try to detract the attention from those defenses, so that way they don't target the witches. And then he uses the Invis spell on top of that to make sure that his RC is protected. Once that wizard tower goes down, there's literally nothing on this base except for that back end wizard tower that can take care of these witches. And at this point, it's just a march. Question: if you are going to use witches on a base and you want to do this attack strategy, it is OP on the right base. Absolutely OP. But you have to be able to zap out the splash. If you cannot get the majority of the splash by zapping them out and then maybe taking care of a secondary troublesome area with your RC, this is not an attack that will work. We've tried it on some other bases, but because not enough splash was gotten down, it did not work. Hopefully this video was helpful. I'm absolutely amazed that Mass Witches works at Town Hall 15 and in Champs 1, but it does. Thanks for the videos, Raid, Frank. Thanks for the attacks, Rage. Thanks for the attacks, Battle Dad. They're absolutely amazing. Hit that like button. We're going to show more videos from our Chance 1 run here soon. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel to keep up with those. Until then, we will see you next video.